All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Baal Shadabadad, the house of David. This is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. You're the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. All right, we have a lesson for you today. All right, and we're on the move, so, hey, Lord willing, it'd be edifying, uplifting unto the body. And we're going to go ahead and get into these scripts.
Now, this is 2nd Esdras 6 and verse 25. It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world." You know, those these, all right, talking about these end time, you know, the end time prophecies, okay, which really are plagues. You know, also spoken in 2nd Esdras 15 and 16 chapter. You know, the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, these end time prophecies, you know, is really goes into the hell or these undesirable conditions that the Lord is putting, you know, on this earth. All right, primarily here in Babylon the Great, aka America. You know, we're gonna, you know, Jacob's gonna go through, you know, hardships. You know, physical hardships, mental hardships. You know, it's going to be almost as it will, you know, likened unto the times of Egypt, you know, where they were seeing apparitions. I just watched seen a short where, I don't know if I put it in the chat or not, but this lady, she was looking in she heard her baby crying while her baby was in was with her father, you know, and wasn't even in the house. And then she was looking in the mirror, or she was looking out the window, and in the reflection she's seen a whole demon behind her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so those things are coming back. You know, it says you want to grab 2nd Esdras 15. It says plagues of Egypt as before.
I got you.
You know, I believe that's 15.
Let's see.
But see, we're coming to the end of the world. In this chapter, in 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, it speaks about that end. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. See, Esau's rulership alone signifies that, hey, we're in end times. All right? And the Lord's coming to, you know, take out Esau, Edom's rulership. It says in Isaiah, the 63rd chapter. You got it?
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." Verse 12. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the power shall bring upon it."
Yeah, there you go. See, where the punishment that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai bring upon this place. This world's gonna fade away. Alright? But that's through what? That's through the plagues. Hey, through the fervent heat, through all these, you know, things never nobody ever thought that could happen. What did it say in the book of Psalms? It say like something like the heathen rage. Pretty much sums up.
Psalms 12. What's it 12?
Sums up, you know, what's going to happen. The heathen rage, and the earth melted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the Lord's coming, you know, to bring, you know, pain and pains to these people here. And it starts with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Jacob's trouble is for Israel. It's a chastisement for Israel, first and foremost, because the world belongs to Israel.
Got it.
I got a pre real quick. This is Job 19 and 26, it says, and though, actually, let me go. Yeah, it says, and though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see Yahweh. Now going back into 2nd Esdras 6, it says, 6 and 25, whoso remaineth from all these that I told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of the world. So who is the salvation? The deliverer is Yahweh. Yet by Hashem Yahushai, it's like the deliverer is Yahushai. Okay, so Job said, after his body, gets destroyed by worms, which means after he's in the grave and comes back through reincarnation, all right, which Job would be around here in these times, that he's going to see the power, all right, that power that he's speaking of is Yahushai. So Job's back in these times, and he's going to witness his salvation, just as the elect is going to witness their salvation, in these end times. Those that escape the plagues of Egypt, the plagues of Babylon the Great, they're going to see the deliverance. They're going to be, beamed up into these chariots of Israel, the so-called UFOs.
Yep.
Okay. I had Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 5, and it says, "It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools."
Right, it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise, all right, the sound doctrine that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has provided unto us, right? To know and to understand the prophecy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is to cling on to wisdom, cling on to righteousness, cling on to salvation, everlasting life, eternal life, all right? And a lot of people in this world, will fall because they care not for the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And that's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, all right? Because salvation is for no other, all right? But it is for the elect few of the nation of Israel, okay? I have a pre. This is going to be here in the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 9, and it reads, "Hold fast the faithful word as hath been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers." All right, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has provided us with this doctrine that we may be able to give you the gospel, the good news, so you can receive salvation and escape from these perilous times. This is who is to escape from his kingdom, this kingdom, all right, to enter into his kingdom. This is the only way, because there's perilous times coming to the world, and even if you don't see it, everybody is getting that warning.
Well, I mean, they can see the warnings that's happening now. All right, the northern side saw the ice, and now you're seeing what's going on in D.C. You're seeing the warnings now.
Yeah, and they forwarding progress, on this stronghold over the people, like how they sending out the military to these select places. But they got Oakland as a target now.
L.A.,
D.C. Major cities are receiving that military treatment, which is going to turn into martial law. That's one of the plagues, because Esau is a plague himself.
God.
He puts his MO is to put hardship on Jacob. That's what the Lord blessed him with the sword. He's there to chastise Israel.
God.
So as we go forward, we're seeing that great wrath, being built up in real time.
Continuing on from Ecclesiastes chapter 7.
Unless you had another point in there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to read through 11. And it reads, For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, right? Because here what these people are doing are continuing to give you, hey, everything's going to be all right, everything's going to be okay. This is just a little while that we have to go through this, you know, and this is your politicians, this is your pulpit pimps, you know, this is everybody trying to get you to step back and realize and recognize, step back, realize and recognize that, you know, he's got everything in control. He's got everything in hand.
Smoke
right?
and mirrors.
Yeah, smoke and mirrors. All right. So that's why you see, hey, all these little trinkets even more so be given out. But at the same time, you're seeing these people wax worse and worse. You got these dudes wearing, these YNs wearing mini skirts and everything like this. And all this shit is an abomination.
Yeah, they was hitting the black and red dresses.
Right.
They declare their sins as Sodom.
God.
You know, that's just what Babylon the Great is all about.
God. All right. And verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is getting ready to stop these devil's mouths as well as these two turds. All right. Because the two turds are John 8 and 44. All right. They're on one accord with this devil, and they're doing the bidding of the work of Satan for Satan on the left hand side to keep on leading you people astray.
Yeah, they mini me.
Right.
You know, they mini me's of wickedness, man.
Mm-hmm. It continues on to say, who subverts the whole house, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake. Right? So they're trying to get the bag, and they're trying to put themselves in a better position so that they could be a hand-picked pet.
House nigga.
A house nigga. All right? Don't want to be out in the field, want to be in the house up with massa. All right?
Yeah, at the end of the day, they Judas goats. You gotta get a look over.
All right? That was it.
Jirachi got it. And then I want to jump back in 2nd Ezra 6.
Yeah, I had this is Proverbs. This is Proverbs 21, verse 30. And it says, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against Yahweh. 30, and here's 31. It says, the horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no knowledge, wisdom, or understanding of this world that can come against Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because as the scriptures say, you know, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. And that horse, that's talking about the chariots, like not like, it's talking about like the military, because it's going to be prepared against that day of battle. What's the day of battle? You know, Jacob's trouble, because like we were just saying earlier, Esau, he's going to come with his military, his technology, all his fancy toys ultimately against Jacob.
Yeah, a horse just represents power.
Yeah, a horse just represents power.
Horsepower.
Yeah.
No, but like as a it could be a tool. You know, the power of Esau is his sword.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's his weaponry, his military.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the brother was right on that.
You got it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is back in 2nd Esdras. I'm gonna start at 25 and at the top again. It says, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. You know, and that's going to be the elect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, starting with the 144,000. You know the elect that don't pass on early, because their deliverance will come earlier. That was but not all men shall die, as Yahushua spoke unto us. You know, he said, not all men shall taste death.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know that the brothers, the sincere brothers, you know, that are part of the elect that passed on already, they're already in that chariot, you know, crying out for their brothers to get delivered, you know. It says, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. And, you know, that another meaning goes into those new bodies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because that change, all right, where, you know, we won't go off anymore. Okay. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. So that wickedness, especially inside of Israel, is going to be completely done away with. All right, as the brother was speaking, those contrary or adverse to Yahweh Shem Shai, that are part of our nation, teaching our nation to go off and to be against Yahweh Shem Shai, they're going to be completely destroyed. They're going to be quenched.
God.
Along with that deceit. Esau won't have the power in his hand anymore, to throw up these enchantments to deceive the people. And we're starting to see the veil being lifted to where his sorcery is not working as well anymore.
God.
Okay. This is the last one. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Okay. This starts with what the prophets are doing now. But it ends, it never ends, but the truth will be,
fulfilled.
Fully fulfilled, and everybody will see it in the kingdom. All right? And in these end times coming up, that, Israel, those that have been said, not my people, are the children of the Most High.
Hosea 1 and 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth of the matter, that these people are Yahweh Shem Shai's chosen people. These people are going to be the ones ruling the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And not who you see today. And with all these other philosophies and religions and everything, you're going to find out that, you're the power you thought you were serving ain't a real power.
God.
And in that day, every knee's gonna bend and head bow.
God. Hey, I have this is the book of Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 8, and it reads, "Harden not your hearts as in the day of provocation, in the day of temptation in the wilderness." Right? So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is giving you this warning so you can essentially have a fleshly heart. All right? So you can receive that fleshly heart and turn from the stony heart and the evil way. Okay? This is it's that final Trump being blown, it's that final countdown. All right? You don't have the room nor the time, all right, to put off the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not like you ever should have. All right? If you had the ability to hear and you had the eyes to see, all right, you should have kept to it. All right, you're seeing Yahweh Shem Yahushai amp up these, you're seeing Yahweh Shem Yahushai amp up these judgments, and that the truth, is like the brother said, coming into the fullness. All right, the fullness of understanding. All right, that is being provided unto us, starting with our head apostles, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramla, the elders and the brothers all the way down, all right, to the newest brother, all right?
And everything's coming to a point, pretty much of a point of either collapse, a point, a breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because the Most High is building this place up to take it down. All right, as it says and that's all through the mouth of the prophets. It's the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but it starts through the mouths of the prophets, because he set up the prophets to build, destroy, uproot. As it says in the book of Jeremiah. All right. I got a precept, 2 Peter 3 and 11. It says, "Seeing then all these things be dissolved," which that's speaking of the earth.
Yep.
And that fervent heat that the Lord is coming with, that fervent heat is going to come via an ICBM missile.
Right, and we know, Salaki, we know the world abideth forever. All right, the whole earth is not going to be destroyed. All right, but here on Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
All right, America.
Yeah. Because it's going to get burnt pretty much to be refreshed, renewed. All right. So so the crops can grow right. Well, except for America is going to be completely decimated.
Mm-hmm.
But these other places are going to get hit too to be refreshed, just like the motherland and Israel, because Israel is likened to a woman. All right, the land is likened to that woman.
Right, she's polluted right now.
Mother.
She's
Right.
polluted.
That's where you get that term, Mother Earth. And she's polluted right now. So it has to be cleansed, and there's no other. The only two healing or cleansing agents are water and fire. And this time around, since it was promised to know that he wouldn't destroy the world again by water, he said he gonna do it by, and I'm right there too, but we ain't gotta get it. But he was gonna do it by fire. So it says, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So this is where, the point that I wanted to make was that knowing that this is happening, what manner of person, what type of spirit should you have on you? Should you be in mirth? Should you be in mourning? Should you be, locked into the scriptures, or should you, be worried about what's going on in, with, the keeping up with the Kardashians?
Right.
Are you in, the scriptures, or, business of the world? More so,
Yeah.
So where's your focus at, and showing who do you truly love?
Right.
And guess what? In these latter times, the wickedness on this earth is so high, and the demons is at an all-time high. Hey, it's a fight every day to stay in the spirit,
Right.
and not let that flesh take over.
Hey, what does the script say? Where your heart is, there where your treasure be.
Yeah, Matthew 6:22.
And taking preparing your mind for the temptation to come. Because this is all building. We're building as the Lord's building this place up for a fall. He's building it up, sincere brothers, for salvation, and growing our spirit through these trials, so we can make it through that dark day. And that's what it was talking about. Those that escape these plagues that are coming to the earth. It's not going to be it's not just, we're just not going to skip and hop into the kingdom.
Right.
We're going to go through that fire and water. We're going to go through the straight gates.
Right.
Okay. I got one more. 2 Peter 3:12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. It says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And you can't, stress that enough. We're, in a state of prayer, constant prayer, because we know what's coming, and we know that this ain't living.
Right. And this is exactly, what Yahweh Shem Yahushai has given us. All right, He has given us the faith, the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding to cling unto His word. All right, that fear, is the beginning of that. All right, know and be fearful for these times that are coming. All right, but understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushai will protect you through them all. All right, if you be of His elect, and you submit yourself unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, that's all I got.
All right. This is Luke 16, verse 13. No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. Verse 14. And the Pharisees also, who were covetous, heard all these things, and they derided him. And that's talking about Yahushai, because they mocked and scoffed at him. And this is what he said in verse 15. And he said unto them, Ye are they which justify yourselves before men, but the Most High knoweth your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of Yahweh.
Right.
So chasing clout, chasing the bag, or trying to attention seek of this world, man, that's displeasing to the Heavenly Father, because you're not truly worshiping Him. You're worshiping the things of this world, and while you're at the same time trying to worship Him, and it doesn't work that way. And as the scriptures say in James 4:4, friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High.
Yeah.
So you can't have one foot here and one foot there. You gotta have both feet in one thing. You can't be half and half.
Yeah, it says in Revelation 3. It says the Lord will spew you out of His mouth. You are hot or cold.
Keep going.
I mean, if you halfway in something or you're not fully committed, He don't want you. All right. He'd rather you be all the way hot or all the way cold. He'd rather you be, fully persuaded in your own mind or unbeliever. Okay. And that's pretty much Yahweh Shai said the same thing. If you're with me, you make a left on odds. If you're with me, if you're not with me, you're against me.
God.
All right. If you're not for Yahweh Shai, then you're an adversary. All right.
God.
One second.
That's Yahweh Shai telling you there's no gray areas. It's either black or white.
Hey, that's the balance.
Yeah,
Let your yea be yea, let your nay be nay. Right? No wishy-washy, no hypotheticals.
Yeah, I got a pre. This is 2nd Esdras 9:6. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what you need to make it faith over everything. All right, but you got to have the works with it too.
Right.
That's where your deliverance come from. Your faith should motivate you, or put a pep in your step to do the works.
Yeah, getting the lighting all the way over.
Verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils. Okay, those things that we were talking about coming, those straits, the works of Esau. All right, the laws, the crooked laws and draconian measures he's putting in place.
All right.
It says, shall see salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Okay, and the Lord sanctified or predestinated, as the scriptures also talk about, the elect from before they were in the womb.
God.
All right. So you can't make yourself a part of this if you're not. The Lord already has, his chosen, his remnant picked out. And that's who's going to be delivered. That's who's going to be doing these works. All right.
God.
But brothers want to close out.
All right.
Close it out there unless they got something.
Well, Lord willing, this was edifying, uplifting unto the body. We want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. To all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity. To the men, women, and children listen learning. To the Bayash Dabadat, the House of David. To this next time, it's Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp saying Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abal Babal. Shalom.